Cool. Welcome, guys. How are you today?
Great.
You're
thanks.
fantastic.
Lovely. All right. Who are you guys?
The double jumps.
Two of the double jumps.
Two of the
Yeah.
double jumps. Who's
Two
missing?
thirds.
Rodney,
Rodney. Oh yeah, that's too bad.
he's sick.
He's sick. Classic. Alrighty. So, who are you two, and what do you play?
You go.
Ladies first.
I'm Olivia and I play the bass and I sing as well.
And I'm Caleb and I play guitar and I sing.
Awesome. Cool. So, tell me about the formation of the band. Where did you guys start off, and where have you come since then?
We started maybe 2 years ago in New Plymouth. It's our hometown. And where have we come from? Where have we gone? Something Cotton Eye Joe. What's to say? I don't know what to say.
Well, first off, I actually thought that you guys started off in Wellington, so I didn't know that you started in New Plymouth.
Yeah, I mean,
I suppose our first gig was down here and because Rodney lived down here first.
yeah, we sort of
We'd
we
come
sort
and
of come and go from both places. So it started with Liv and I in New Plymouth. You know, we had another band that we used to be in and Rodney would come up and play in that band. And so it just kind of was born from that, really.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, Liv, I understand that you've been playing bass for just the past couple of years and stuff. Did you something that you picked up when you were just sort of hanging out as mates and stuff, and then you just kind of picked up a band together, or did you want to do it
Yeah.
your whole life or something?
Caleb kind of asked me, I've wanted to play an instrument my whole life and I sort of gave guitar a go, but not really. And then Caleb wanted me to play bass for the band. Really?
It's
Because we were singing, I was singing in the previous band. And then, Caleb wanted me to play bass as well.
Yeah, I think we had this band that had like 20 people in it, and it was just each week would go by and sort of parts of the band would fall off, and so it just came down to the three of us were the most sort of consistently dedicated to doing it, and so Liv played guitar, and so I thought she could play bass and that she can. So
That you can. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, there's actually, I think, a lot to be said about the power of just a trio as a band, really. And I feel like you guys do pull it off really well. Do you feel like you're going to stick with that for the time to come?
yeah, I think so. Our friend Chris once said that a triangle is the strongest shape, and he's got a little triangle tattoo on him, and so I agree with him.
It's brilliant. It's classic. Cool. So you guys are now all back in Wellington, all in the same city, living within 200 meters of each other.
Yes.
How are you liking that?
Loving it. I love that we can see Rodney. Can see Rodney through the window over at his house, and
DJing while he's sick.
yeah, he's sick at the moment, and he's rocking the decks, DJing his heart out.
That's brilliant, yeah. How does it compare to living up in New Plymouth or practicing or playing gigs in there?
I guess it makes it a bit simpler, but we haven't fully experienced the benefit of it yet, maybe. I'd say. We've only been here 6 weeks, so it's kind of, I don't know.
Early days.
Yeah.
Yeah, early days, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Are you guys taking advantage of being close to practice or writing some more songs together at this time?
We hate practicing.
Yeah.
But yeah, sort of. I mean, we had a practice the other day, and we have a gig coming up soon, so we want to get some more songs in the repertoire. So we'll be having some more practices soon, which we'll be feeling the benefits soon once we start doing that.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, I've so far seen 2 of you guys' gigs, and I've always really appreciated the energy that you guys put into the stage. And I think that the sound is always super cool. And for, I guess, a lot of the viewers that are listening, wondering if they sound as good as they do live as they do on the recordings, then the answer, for me at least, would for sure be yeah. Do you guys feel like that's true as well?
Thanks, Neale. We struggle a bit,
We always struggle to hear our vocals live, and then we sing out of tune.
Someone said about my voice that I need a permanent auto-tune implanted in my vocal box. And I don't know, maybe I will get that one day, but for now, you have to put up with it.
That's brilliant. Oh my gosh. Have you guys got a favorite or least favorite gig that you guys have done together yet?
I don't know. I liked our first gig because there was heaps of people there. We had a sold out show and it was like packed house, and that was awesome. Yeah, I won't comment on the worst gig we've done.
Brilliant. All right. Well, we could segue with another experience-based question. Have you guys got any fun stories to share with us? Any fun stories or one story from the time that you guys have been playing together over the last couple of years?
I don't know, but a story came to, it's not to do with the band, but a story came to mind when you said that. One time I was looking out the window of my house, and I lived across the road from I can't remember what it was, but someone was outside having a smoke break, and they had a little man bun, and no lie, someone came out of the building with scissors and chopped it off and walked back inside. And I don't remember if the dude even knew that it happened. And I was like, what?
What the heck?
That's random. Maybe the birth of a new song idea.
Yeah, maybe.
You're nothing but a guy who chops off people's man buns.
Yeah, man bun blues.
The man bun blues. Yeah, that's brilliant. Oh my gosh. Cool. Well, actually, that could be a bit of a segue to the next topic, which is your songwriting process. You guys want to talk about that a little bit, like how you guys come together to write songs, or do you guys have a fixed method, or is it just different every time?
It's basically the same kind of thing each time. Like, I tend to like grab a guitar and go somewhere that I can be isolated from noise and distraction and people and stuff. And I'll just sing song ideas into my phone, and if I get sick of doing it after a minute, I stop and just start doing another one, start doing another one. And then I'll listen back to those ideas, and whichever ones grab me the most, I'll flesh them out and show these guys, and we sort of make it into something palatable, I hope.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And do you feel like you play a big role when it comes to adding on your parts as well, Olivia?
Not really.
Not really. Just like to jam with what's going on and try to make the most of it?
Yeah, I'm just still learning, I feel like, and I've never been in a band like this. I've only really sung with people before. Yeah, so it's new to me.
I'd say though that Liv provides more than she gives herself credit for. I like Liv has a golden voice, and I also like that.
My playing's not perfect.
Yeah, like in a good way. Liv plays short staccato bass notes often. It's his style that I've noticed, and I love it. It makes it sound like the band, you know.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, it really does give it its own feel, right? Yeah, I can tell from listening from you guys, and also hearing that you've been playing in bands for a long time. I feel like you guys' songwriting skills are really powerful, actually, in that when I listen to them, it feels like really a well-formed idea. So I can tell that you guys put a lot of time into it. You quite like the craftsman side of writing songs.
I'm glad that it comes off that way, because it's not true.
It's not true? You don't think so?
It's not true that I put... Well, when I'm writing the songs, it's like I'm essentially trying to... without sounding too over the top, trying to tap into divinity, you know, like the I'll only really want to put something down if it's sort of appearing in my mind. I don't try to craft it so much, because I just find that if I try to craft it too much, then I don't enjoy it as much later when I hear it. You know, I try not to take advantage of I try not to take for granted the music that would come to me naturally or spontaneously. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those oftentimes are the best ideas. And I don't really think that it is too over the top to say that you're reaching for a divinity, because I think that in music, like in a lot of things, like it really provides the opportunity for so many people to reach that divine moment. It's more like an everyday person can really reach out. And it seems like you guys have a lot of really great laid-back approach to some of the music. and at the same time, it seems like you guys have a lot of strength that comes out from wanting to focus on that. Yeah, no problem. That's my last compliment for the day.
It's kind of like, to me, like, you're hanging out with a bunch of people, or you're hanging out with someone, and you're talking about something, and then a joke pops into your head, and you just know, I'll say this, and everyone laughs. It's like that, but for a song, because if you're sitting there going, what's something funny I can say? What's the best joke right now? You'll never get it, and you're just trying too much. It doesn't really land. So that's how I feel about the songs. Yeah.
Wonderful analogy. It's brilliant. Cool. I'm really curious to hear about you guys' recording process as well, because I know that you don't go all and spend a whole bunch of money in the studio, that you found a shortcut, and somehow it hasn't taken away, well, not somehow, that's a bad thing to say, but it hasn't taken away from the product at all. I think it sounds really great still. So you want to tell us about how you guys get down to business when it comes to recording?
Well, we record drums in a studio in New Plymouth, Swamp Shack.
Swamp Shack represent.
And then basically we bring that home and record everything else on top. It's a lot of Caleb, really, like mixing and kind of crafting the product, I suppose.
Yeah, I'd say I produce the recordings. Yeah. It kind of feels funny to say that, but I think it's true.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Have you got lots of experience doing the bedroom studio type of thing?
Yeah, well, I started doing home recording when I was about 13, I think. And I've just been sort of doing it ever since. And my process is, it's pretty far from being professional, but it does the trick. I think if any legitimate producers or sound engineers saw my process, they'd hate it, But it does the trick.
It does the trick indeed, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you were to try and sum up like maybe a mentality that you have when you're going into recording, or something that you use, because I noticed that there's not a whole range of craziness going on. There's not like, it doesn't sound like 1,000 overdubs or like a bunch of effects on every different instrument.
Well, I used to do that. And then when I listen back to the recordings I made that sound like that, I don't like them. And I tend to feel that way about recordings generally, if it's got too much happening. And I think like if the song is good, then whatever you do to it, whatever you do to enhance what the song is the best thing, rather than trying to prop up a bad song with recording tricks.
Yeah. Brilliant.
I also think as well, like, being, what I was saying before about being unprofessional or whatever, is like, I think that's fine because, a lot of the old great classic recordings from the past had worse equipment than, like, some of their best equipment was the worst equipment you could get now, So I feel like if I have a modern microphone and a laptop, I'm already got them beat,
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so true. That's so cool. Would you guys ever dream about getting or recording into like a tape deck, or trying to record on like 4-track or anything retro like that?
I thought about it. I'm too lazy.
Fair enough. I think it could go well to couple with a lot of the music videos that you guys have done with the camcorder and stuff like that.
Yeah, so true. So true.
Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, speaking of the music videos, we can start talking about that a little bit too. I think it's awesome that you guys have, correct me if I'm wrong, a music video for every single that you guys have released.
Yeah.
It's true?
Yeah.
Is it because you guys just love recording them so much, or you just have lots of fun doing it, or is that a way that you guys want to try and share the art?
It's similar to what I was saying before about the songwriting. It's like if I feel compelled by an idea, it's like I want to see it through.
Yeah.
And I had ideas for those videos, and so we did them.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that they're really cool videos. And every time I've seen one, it always strikes me as something that is quite, it feels very homey, in my opinion, Being a foreigner who's lived in New Zealand for almost 10 years now, I guess, I sort of can recognize all the little bits that make me feel connected to New Zealand,
cool.
connected to the land, connected to the people. And I feel like a lot of it kind of shines through in your videos and that. You guys feel like you have that sort of idea in mind, or does it just happen naturally?
Not sure.
I think in some ways, like,
Yeah.
New Zealand's a cool place to live, and we feel lucky that we were born here and that we live here. And it's like, we can share that with the rest of the world in some ways. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. And share it amongst yourselves as well. It's cool to hear that you guys delegate roles to close family, and that, like, hearing that your brother
Yeah.
was the one behind the phone, behind the professional camera
Yeah.
in some of the videos.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It's always good to have, I mean, it's like a budget thing to, you know, we don't have heaps of money to spend on stuff, so we rope in friends and family.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're always happy to help, really.
It's similar as well to the recording thing, you know. It's like a phone these days is better than what people had before, camera-wise.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So you can really get away with it, and you guys have done super well with that, I feel.
Thanks.
Cool.
Like, in terms of what you can get out there, you know, you can spend a lot of time really worrying about how much it's going to cost or how you're going to be able to, you know, source all the different resources. But you guys have released five really awesome singles, and each have got the really cool music videos as well.
It's cool.
So you should be super stoked, I feel. That was my last compliment. No, I'm kidding. I have to ask about the album cover for A Peaceful Grin. Where did that come from? Because last time we spoke, I hadn't actually looked at it. I looked at the music video, hadn't seen the album cover. Did you guys just dream
What
that
is
up?
it?
Like the
What
one,
is it?
it's the one with Mount Taranaki in the background, and the
goats.
two goats. And it's like an animation. Like, did you guys draw that? Did you just find it somewhere? It looks like it could be like a coaster in like a New Zealand op shop somewhere.
Yeah, I was
That's so true.
I was asleep at lunchtime and I woke up and it was sitting on my chest and I looked and I was like, that looks great. And so I used it. I don't know where it came from though.
It's brilliant. Super cool. All right. Well, with that then, I guess I need to ask you guys about stuff that you guys want to look forward to in the future.
Stuff
You've
that
just
we
moved-
want to look for.
Yeah, or stuff that you have been looking forward to maybe. Since you've just come back to Wellington, the summer's coming. Do you guys have any plans for doing any new songwriting or any upcoming gigs or anything like that?
Yeah, we're playing a hometown show back in New Plymouth for our album release this month. And we've started recording our second album, which is cool. I think like long term for the band is like we just really want to go overseas. You know,
Mhm.
as great as it is to be in New Zealand, you know, people travel from all over the world to come here, but you know, to be born here and stuff, I mean, it's great, but it's like we're on a little island on the other side of the world from everything that's happening, and I'd love to go and, you know, get amongst it.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, there's actually a lot of things I could comment on from what you just said, but I'll start with the first thing I'm thinking of is mention of the album. So that
Yeah.
you guys got an album coming out, and all the previous singles that you've released so far are going to be on it?
Yeah,
Awesome. Do you guys have like a date set up for that, or are you just kind of still deciding?
that's coming out on September 20.
September 20. Brilliant.
Mm.
Oh, very cool. And the second album is going to come along sometime, hopefully next year or something
Yeah,
like
next
that.
year sometime.
Yeah, brilliant.
And we might tour. We might tour for that album, if we can be bothered.
Yeah, if you can be bothered. It's fair enough.
Yeah, it's like you know, I'm always saying, oh, I'd love to go traveling and stuff, but I can never be bothered to actually travel anywhere.
The travelling part.
The traveling part, yeah.
Traveling part is tough. Yeah, absolutely. It would be really cool if you guys could go overseas though, because it seems like you've drummed up lots of excitement online from like the US and the UK. Would those sort of be the spots that you guys would be looking to if you did end up going traveling?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I want to see it all.
I want to see it all.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I want
Yeah.
to go like ride a camel or whatever you do with a camel.
A double jumps show in the Sahara.
Yeah,
That would be
exactly.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you bring along lots of filming equipment so that we can have geese online as well.
Handicam.
Yeah, definitely get the Handycam out.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that pretty much brings out all the stuff I want to talk about. So I'll pass it on to you guys if there's anything you want to share that you wanted to get across now that you've got the chance.
I'd like to say, hey, my, rock and roll will never die.
Absolutely brilliant.
Keep on rocking in the free world.
And go and check out Neale's band, the
Yeah.
Pink Frost.
Pink Frost, everybody.
All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much for making the time, and
Thank you.
stay classy.
Thanks, Neale.
Brilliant. No worries. Awesome. You want to do it again?